Okay, first aircraft on the Firewall Forward judging here is 23 Juliet Kilo, Roscoe Rocher.
Okay. But it's well waxed, we're just cleaning off. Yeah.
Okay, first thing to check is appearance and organization. Clean, neat, well organized, maintained. Firewall clean, polished, painted, no holes, grommets, or sealant around wires, cables, controls.
Okay, we've got
Okay, so clean, organized, maintained appearance, clean firewall.
okay, firewall's painted, that's looking good.
Plain painted.
Yes.
All wires organized, secured with cable ties.
For the most part. What's our what's our numbering system there on that?
It's award up to 25 points per category. So
okay, he's missing his cowl prop on this side.
I was going to point that out.
And okay, just overview of things here.
That's kind of a stodgy job.
You know, this is the wrong fitting on here. This is supposed to bend over and come down. This is that fitting actually. And there should be a little length of hose on the end of it. And that's pretty important also. That prevents things from getting back sucked into.
I thought there was a
you've
got a hose on.
You're right, yeah, there's a reason for it.
Camera on the engine, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to document this judgment.
Okay.
But anyway, he has the Titan engine in this, which is ECI's kit built. It's not a Lycoming. It is a Lycoming knockoff that you buy in a kit form and assemble.
I was hearing not so good things about ECI.
Well, they've had some cylinder problems just recently. They had an AD on some of their cylinders. I don't think it affected these, but we'll see. This is the first one of anybody that I know has done it. Of course, Roscoe didn't even have a core when he threw his rod through the case and everything. And so anyway, okay.
What do you think, boss?
Well, let's see. We've got okay. The lower cowling is painted.
Are you
nose bowl is painted.
No, I'm just admiring the engine.
The
well, we're on the inspection team, so it's not mine actually.
Okay, well, this engine compartment looks pretty good, doesn't it?
The hoses are all new, the good kind.
Hard to do the first one.
The wiring is secured well, tied off well. This, by the way, is something that shouldn't happen. I'm going to have to talk to Roscoe about that. You should not put tie wraps on like your primer lines or various other things without some type of a cushion around them, because the plastic can wear in there.
Okay.
And he's got also a EGT tie wrap to an ignition harness. That is not good because your ignition pulses can leak a bit through that and they affect the readings. So that's just a little bit of, gained knowledge over the years. Okay, the baffling on this aircraft, he's got the...
Just a minute. How many points on the appearance would you say?
Okay, the only thing I can really knock him on appearance is his baffling is pretty ratty. This stuff gets all bent up. I would have remade these side pieces out of aluminum. In the baffle seal area over here, he bought this baffle seal pre-cut, and it's not very good stuff. It was cut backwards and everything. So, but yet it's he's going to have to do some replacing on it. That affects appearance, of course. The paint job on the engine, he could have used another can of Krylon on that. on the case. As you can see, the casting through it. And the oil cooler, I assume he flushed it out and everything, but I think I would have cleaned that up and painted it a little bit, put it back together just for cosmetics.
You want to give them 18 as a starting point, and then we got something to go up and down.
Okay. I got to look at the form. I'm not sure how we're...
Battery box clean, no friends.
Okay, next aircraft is 920 Golf Tango.
Yep.
Hal Bushane. And we got a lot of stuff on this guy.
It's a Tiger too, isn't it?
Now, I think this is possibly what they're talking about on that cascading ignition or whatever.
Laser ignition.
It's not laser. It looks like something Lopresti's. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the boom. That's the landing light.
Boom light.
Okay.
Yeah.
The boom beam. Okay.
He's got the Lopresti cowl. I don't know if that's a chrome. Is this chromed or
That looks polished.
polished? Well, this one to me looks better than the last one.
Well, that's not the boom beam. I don't think. Well, maybe it is.
It's a Lopresti boom beam.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, it says Lopresti boom beam on them. I thought they were kind of I thought they looked different than that. Okay, anyway, Lopresti
My
cowling.
impression of this one to start with is better than the last one.
Oh, much,
yeah,
much,
I agree.
much.
Noticeable.
Okay, now we're looking at some different stuff on here because of the Lopresti intake. Up over the side and down.
Oh, that's interesting. That's how they do that.
Battery box, good. Wing nuts, good. Firewall, very clean. That's original stainless. This is that
I see.
deal I'm talking about on here.
This goes way down. Oh, it goes all the way down out the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally they're not that long. They just get them down a little ways.
Mine just goes down to here.
And very clean.
Okay, we gave Roscoe 18 points, so and the total available is 25.
For general impression,
Yeah.
this one has more
Okay.
favorable impression.
There's, see, he's got his stuff tied off, but down here, away from tying it off on these things. And he secured it to the engine, mounted up. So yeah, that's dressed well.
22.
Yeah, the only thing I could, call derogatory from it is, if he really wanted to jazz it
Look
up.
at this. Catch this. That's impressive.
Yeah, anyway,
Well, there's separate
Yeah.
stuff for baffling and
This is
Yeah.
the metal.
yeah, he's made
Solid
new,
as a rock.
there's new pieces on the sides like I was talking about to make them solid. He's put them, it's really almost personal preference whether you put them inside or outside. A lot of people like them like this. I like to split them down through here and overlap them because that way you can take one off at a time. But again, this works well. This is trim fit. This I use a screw and put it in there and put a little silicone over it to tie them together and then seal them up a little bit better in the back. But but he's,
Should
you
that
know,
be cut there?
I cut them right in there so they tuck up a little
yeah.
tighter.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You know, this one is not sure. You should possibly V that one a little bit. You know, cut a little V in it. So, because see when that closes up like that, see it's riding. You can see where it rides there.
You know,
I
it's
see
got
the
the same.
So there's a little bit of
situation.
gaposis there.
I could change mine.
And let me.
Got a little gap here.
Little bit of gap there. Yeah, a little silicone would help on it. The this side here is pushed down, you know, pretty tight. I'm assuming that's blowing. You know, you're getting good wear marks around there.
Well, I'm looking at the firewall. The firewall is exceptionally clean. It seems the cowling looks. There's no oil drips. Everything looks really clean.
I see no exhaust leaks.
Goop.
Actually, the cowling looks
So what do
really
you
good.
say on
Cowling looks real
appearance
good.
and organization? Would you give this 22 out of
Yes.
25?
If not more.
Well, it could use a few things. It's not perfect.
Okay, power and performance.
Okay. One thing I wanted to mention, I was mentioning over there on Roscoe's the baffle, the chafing seal stuff. See how he's got it around here?
Yep.
This is all tweaked up good and everything.
I could maybe do that on mine too.
Yeah, everybody could. And he's used Mylar tape here, and
yeah.
that works very good.
Where do you get that?
I buy mine at Boeing Surplus.
I think I have just silicone.
Okay, next. Okay, Walt Porter's 4519 Bravo here. Just got done with the air race. The engine's a little warm. Fairly new engine. Nice installation. Going to give Hal Bouchane a little bit of competition here. And so we will go ahead and run around and see what we find. Just things just noticing here off the front. This gets more into cowling. This is chafe seal material. Actually, this should not be painted over. Drill out the rivets, take it off, do your prep work and everything on the cowling, and then you put fresh stuff or put the original stuff back on if it's in good shape. And
This is just silicone.
yeah. Back here is silicone around. These need to be worked. Take a pair of duckbill pliers and work these things. You can do wonders with them. Bend them up, bend them over, and put a little kick on the front of it, and it prevents a lot of the wear on the back of the cowling that way. And then you put, like was on the Howells there, a actual chafe tape around there. And another place you can put that chafe tape is right along here on these. I strip these down and put that Mylar tape along those.
Okay.
And it makes, prevents wear up in here.
Okay.
These cowlings are literally non-existent, and they're worth a fortune if they're in good shape, if you can even find one. If I had a perfect tiger or cheetah cowling, I probably wouldn't take less than $7,000 for the whole thing.
Wow.
It's a lower cowling in decent conditions worth $2,500 by
And
itself.
when you get the little Presti Pal, do they give you the whole?
No, just all you get's a nose bowl. Gary Vogt is going to have a complete, beautiful composite
I like
replacement
this.
cowling. It's a beautiful unit.
It's nice.
Once he gets it certified. He's got a DER working with it, but we should hurry. Now it's going to be like somewhere around $8,000. Well worth it for a direct replacement. Anyway,
I should
this
sell mine now to you.
this is not good here. This type of thing. This should come forward and up over this and be tucked back on the other side.
This one needs to be longer, you said?
Well, this thing here's doing
Yeah, I
no
see
good at
that,
all.
Yeah.
And
So it should wrap all the way.
I always cut my templates cut this up like this, back over. Then you take this piece here, bring it down and rivet it on that side,
Yeah.
and it just lays that right down over it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you're
So,
right. Yeah, I did this, I don't know, 10 years ago, so.
well, but anyway, that's, like I say, the stuff's,
It works well because
Well.
the CHTs are way down.
Well, it's
All right, here's my. I read this wrong, but
Oh, it's a screw.
That's 10 points off. I think one of the competitors took it out.
yeah.
only 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours?
It may well be laying down in there someplace.
Because I just ran the race.
See, that's the perfect time to break it in, too. You can run it hard like that.
Well, that's what
what
they
you're
said.
thinking, huh?
Well, I don't like to run lanes and run hard, but everybody talked me into it. So
That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense.
that red line means, you know, if the tack gets back down to the red part, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
Means you're climbing too much.
Okay, put the camera away and then we'll get into some judging here.
Get us 20 points.
Okay, 1595 Romeo, serial number 95 Tiger. Okay, what do we have here? We have
Yeah. It's one way. I guess he compartmentalized it.
well, battery box is not all that great. Firewall definitely isn't. Engine mounts starting to deteriorate. Guy's wrapped all these pipes, induction tubes.
No, what does that do?
Oh, he probably thinks it cuts down on radiated heat. See, he's got firewall blanket material there, or some type of fiberglass to protect the.
Painted cowling, though. The
Yeah.
cowling looks good.
But it's not all that super clean. It's got some repairs and stuff here and there on it. Whoops, excuse me.
Get you all peering into this thing.
Okay, looking up. Ken, look up.
No, get closer like you're working on it.
Okay.
Okay. See that post?
Unless he's got field approval paperwork for this nose cowl, it's not legal, but he's closed up the air intakes. So he's got air going down to his alternator there.
Almost like the Yankee. You got that.
Well, yeah, he's done a lot of mods there. The fairing down there is just
modified.
yeah, that's just faired in. He's made that. Oil air separator. Of all he's done here and everything, he's still got this thing blowing back. This, I see, he's closed. He's brought that all up in there and closed. So he's got this all closed up here in front. Like you say, he's got a lot of cooling mods on it, but they're not, legal recognized mods.
I wonder what his temperatures really are. If he's happy with it all, it's helping him making. You know what I mean?
I don't know whose
All right.
airplane is it.
Running through here, clean, neat, well organized. Engine mounting frame clean, painted, all wires organized. And by the way, the benchmark's at 22.
920
What's the
GT.
middle?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just
you're using it as a bit. Okay, excuse me.
What was the middle? Middle was 15, 11. This is probably a 10.
Okay, November 6th, Delta Golf. This is Kokoska's. The saber-toothed tiger.
I always hated when I had my Yankee working in such cramped quarters.
Yep.
It's so nice with the cheetah. All the extra space in the tiger. He should be able to go through this pretty quickly.
What are you guys judging?
Firewall Forward.
Holy cow, that's nice.
Oh.
What are you laughing at?
Well, mark him down. He's got too many cylinders.
Right.
Read this. KY Firewall Forward lubricant used for installing any additional components on the cow.
Absolutely. That's great.
Well, okay, so overall appearance, and the benchmark is 22.
Almost have to discount for the extra cylinder and the shininess of the. It shows nicely. I'm sure if it shows nicer than the other one.
Firewall could be a little cleaner, but he'd have to pull his engine to get at it.
Okay, 21. Benchmark's 22, 20. Ken?
I want to look at this side. EDC oil filter. Big open NASA ducts under there. Okay.
20.
Okay, now we're going to judge a Tiger.
Tiger. A West Virginia Tiger.
Yeah. Well, this one better be pretty nice.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. This is my first event. I didn't know guys did stuff like that. 260. I'm like, holy cow.
There's 3 of those. 2 cheetahs and a tiger. Been converted. What serial number is this?
942 Tango Echo.
Okay.
Serial number 20, I think 0221.
Two, 1. So that'd be number 21 that they turned out up there. Is that
Yep.
correct, yeah?
What
What did they manage to create? Around 50?
I think that's about right. What were they doing? 8 a year, I think. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot. It might have peaked maybe a little more than that.
Okay, typical factory airplane. Nobody bothered to tweak anything and make it fit right.
I see that.
I screamed at them down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things.
The metal didn't fit right. I offered to go down there and spend a week on my nickel if they just pay my expenses and teach 3 people how to install baffle seals. They wouldn't even take me up on that. Nope, they knew everything.
Seal of little silicone right there. Leaks there.
Okay.
You know, little details.
Okay. That's stuff I should do, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, we just went over mine and found out a bunch of stuff. So I look at it as a learning experience.
Well, that's
for
why I'm
me.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to find out about stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I do
Well,
it. This is
Here's another thing that they've always
education.
had a problem with. And I've reworked about 5 of them in our shop. Take these baffles off and reform them so they fit correctly.
Yeah.
Now that fits good, but this one here is hanging down, even though it's got a spring on it. Take that spring off, the thing will stick down 2 inches. And you lose a lot of cooling that
I
way.
wonder if am I missing a spring on mine?
No, the inside doesn't have the spring. It's just the outside. Your outside's good. It's just the spring. That thing's bent down. It needs to be bent back so it holds up against it. Okay, we have 79 Tiger 4522 Julia or Zulu. 22 Zoo.
Hey, Ken,
Hey,
just a question. How critical is it that the spinner and the cowl line up? Like, this is very nicely done.
oh,
And I'm
you're
curious
talking
your
about this
opinion.
direction?
Just this, the fact that this is all, kind of, it's properly oriented. Like mine sags about a half inch or so.
I think it's fairly critical that they line up, mainly because the engine is offset a certain amount for torque,
Right.
and that basically sets it up at the right
And the
angles.
cowl is kind of
everything-
designed to sort of
Yeah.
set it up in the correct orientation.
But it's a cosmetic thing as well, to look right.
But performance-wise, would it, if it's down a half inch, would it change the way the plane flies a little bit? Because
It could. It could.
Not extreme, but I was just
Yeah.
interested in your opinion.
Okay, looks like a fresh overhauled engine. We got Millennium jugs. Looks like our baffle seal kit. Yep, that's our baffle seal kit.
Nice job on the baffles.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about there, is where this comes up, overlaps that. I always cut a slit in here and bring it down and tie it down in there, but this is working good.
Well, you got a big gap right there.
Yeah, if it doesn't see it close up when the
Yeah.
air comes, but yeah, this should be cut right here and brought down and riveted right in there, and that brings that down tight against that.
Yeah. So we're losing a lot of air through there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, appearance, and I guess benchmark is 23.
Firewall's not polished. It's
21? Engine looks pretty clean.
very clean. Okay, he needs a little bit of tweaking work there and there. That's not put on right.
This is really an education. I'll say
Battery's good.
21.
I'll agree.
Power and performance. I don't know, we don't have a sheet on it. It looks like a standard engine.
Yeah.
Dual coupled mags,
No.
cascade ignition,
No.
exhaust leaks.
Well, these are clean over here. He's got a little bit of exhaust leakage over here.
What are you thinking, maybe 21?
21 probably.
Okay. Cowling.
Okay, now have we got to the point where it talks about the EGT leads yet? Dressing out?
No, that's later.
Okay. He's got those tied off to his ignition harness again.
Okay.
Cowling. Really looks quite good. No cracks in the uppers.
Split nose bowl.
Nope. Totally
No
stock.
missing screws, support arms. It's got 3.
Okay.
3 is average, I guess, a little better than average.
I'll go with that.
3 out of 5. Cooling, engine baffles, very soft in good condition. Cowling mods to increase cooling. Oil cooler in good condition. Gap seals on nose bowl.
No.
I'd say he's average about 3 again. Monitoring.
Okay, again,
Wanna
he's
mark him down on that.
yeah, because he's tied off to his ignition harnesses. He's dressed out nice, but he's tied off to the ignition harnesses, and that can affect the readings.
Okay, so a 2. I'm going to mark him down on that.
And this is probably a JPI. Yep. You know, I'm wondering if that could be some of the problems I'm seeing with the JPIs. They may be more susceptible to stuff like that.
Was mine wired that way? I don't remember.
I don't know if it was.
It might be.
See how he's got it run?
Yeah.
I know they'll mess up an EI.
I think mine are wired the same way.
Could be that.
Yeah, I think they made a nice little bundle, and that's the way they did them.
Well, like I say, it where they're tied off to the ignition leads.
Mine aren't done that way.
Yeah, but yeah, anywhere. Okay.
Okay, safety. Battery, no backups, I don't think.
No.
So I'm just going to give an average on that.
Oil cooler safetied properly. These are very clean. Stock oil cooler. Okay. Okay, we're doing 22 Ron Levy here. And we have a converted Tiger from a Cheetah, sometimes called a Super Cheetah. Going over things that we don't know the times on the engine and stuff. Baffle seals are new. Looks like he's homespun those, did a decent job. Things are a little bit dirty and stuff in here. All of the engine analyzer system, everything is well dressed out and well supported. Little things like putting a piece of baffle seal material around here to protect the engine mount from chafing is good. This right here was bumping against it, and that should be, this is your manifold pressure, and I'd like to see a little protection there. Perhaps another Adele clamp here or something. Firewall could be a lot cleaner. The cowling has got its share of woes that most of them have. The firewall lip around here needs attention, as many of these do. I'm one of the few people, I guess, that do that. It's got the Presti cowl mod, which is obviously fairly recent, waiting for a paint job. It appears to have the old Macaulay propeller on there, and that's kind of amazes me that he's got that, and it's pretty nasty. So that's not going to win him any points.
That the prop spinner is less than average.
You know, that spinner is just out of the box, bolted on.
So on 25 points on that top and spinner, I'd say it's less than 12, which would be average. What do you think? The top and spinner, 8 points?
I would agree with that.
12 being average,
Yeah.
I would say it's not average.
Now, when we get to baffling and stuff, there's one on the other side and one here. Somebody drilled the holes in the wrong place, and they on the two back ones, and so oops.
That's cool in here. So out of 6 points, is the average a 3?
On
Better than average.
on which?
Just baffling and cooling.
I'd say he's probably better than average.
Okay, so he's a 4?
I
5?
okay.
Well,
Anyway,
it's got the little crusty cowling. But it's Celtic Juliet on there. Celtic Juliet.
okay, we got 1595 Romeo, Bruce Skaggs Tiger here, 1975. Oh, we did this yesterday, didn't we?
I thought we did.
Yeah,
Isn't it checked off?
yeah, we did this yesterday because it had that. Yeah, yeah. I guess we don't need to judge him twice.
Let's see.
4533 Papa. It's a 79 Tiger with a interesting patriotic paint scheme.
You know, this one,
Okay, we got one here that's not actually entered, but we're going to kind of look it over anyway. As far as I'm concerned, it should be entered. Apparently this stays here in flight. I don't understand it, but I guess if you want warm oil to pour in your engine, why, it takes care of it.
oh, it's handy.
I don't know what keeps this from melting.
No, it's a AA1B.
1A, I think. No, it's a 1B.
He's not being inspected.
This has the Crosby 0320 mod on it. Telltale oil cooler mount in the back. He's got a down angle filter on there. Then a hair oil separator. Sorts.
Uniform.
Oh, okay. We're having 7.
Beautiful.
No, 7-3 uniform. Well, he has the cowling off ready for us, but
Bendix mags, that's unusual. No strut shock system on it. Okay. And that is 9644 Lima. Very clean, very sanitary, totally stock looking interior. 2 and 6 for Lima.
Say about a 1.9. I've got one rivet. Oh, jeez. I got one.
Okay, 9773 uniform, Chase Donaldson. And except for one that's still flying, this is the last one we've got to judge. Now he's got
Clean, neat, well organized,
there's your slick start, cascading ignition. Firewall's not beautiful. Neither are the accessories on it. Hoses are so-so. Baffling's got some repairs on it. It's thick silicone on there, and they're apparently doing the job. Split nose bowl. Yeah, baffling is kind of a hash job.
all wires organized and secured with cable ties.
Not very well. Stuff over here is, I wouldn't call it secured very good. It's flopping around pretty bad.
Plug harness secured in good condition.
It's got some wear on it. It's not really dressed out real nice.
It's overall appearance.
Hose is clean and in good condition.
They seem to be Lord mounts. Don't look all that spiffy. Kind of hard to tell.
It's not
Can't
bad,
really
but it's
see
not
'em.
the best.
So. How's it see?
18,
Battery box clean.
19.
No
See,
cracks.
he's got a power flow exhaust.
Absence of oil spills and leaks.
I don't really see any.
25 is the back.
Okay, the last one. 898 Juliet Bravo.
Who did your upholstery?
I sell them. I got one for sale right up there.
I talked to somebody out in California about this. So you're not in California.
Not in California. I sell them cheap too. Exchange.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Jeff Simon's airplane, and
That was on exchange, right?
we
All you do is I send you a set, you put it in and take yours out and send me the old. The set I've got here is
Did John Horton get his from you?
okay, we got laser ignition. We have the high compression STC, Bill Scott's. We have Titan cylinders. We have a big oil filter on there. And battery box secured good. A gold painted engine. Got to knock him down points. He painted his engine Continental Gold. That's split nose bowl STC. Cinch prop conversion. New spinner.
There's one thing missing from there. I have to put on there before you finish.
Baffle seals could be secured a little better.
Firewall clean, polished container.
Power flow exhaust.
No holes, guys. Seals around the wires, cables, and controls. Engine mount frame clean and painted. All the wires are organized and secured with cable.
And he's got the his own mod, the alternate air and a ram air setup. You feel sleeving that tube down there cools that air a little, Jeff?
Yes. It's better.
Yeah.
Now that actually works pretty well. That's listed in the paper in the STC.
Yeah.
Plug part is secure and in good condition.
It's got nice shine.
Cowling's good. Okay, well, we get on to the judgment here. Okay, this is Jeff Simon's interiors that he is selling, $3,500 exchange.
And any
Leather,
visible moisture.
and that's the whole interior. That's the side panels and everything. And that's very nice. Oh, thank you. Now, Jeff? Hey, Jeff? Just quick question. The headrests on this, is that something you've added on? Or
It is.
Yeah.
And they are technically, according to the FAA, removable devices because it had the holes built in. So this aircraft came with those little, it uses the same holes that the little baby headrests that they used to have.
Yeah.
But these, you know, these move too.
Yeah, they slide up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, those are those are very nice. Anyway, they feel good.
Okay.
Particularly if you got a spouse, it just falls instantly asleep in the airplane.
Yeah, because they've got a curve to them.
Plus, I had 18 hours coming here. I wish I could.
I have a tip for the rear.
So they slip on the removable seat cushion.
Yes, what they do is they mount to the U-tube, and then they come up and do the same thing.
And I laughed.
Okay, we looked over this AG5B here next door too, just some of the things that are on it, trying to figure out things. It's got a power flow on it, and it's running the same high number 4 temperature. You got dual batteries?
You see the panel?
No?
Take a look at the panel. You can't be certified without two batteries.
All warning horns going. The last 3 feet.
Oh, that's funny.
Boom. This is okay, taxi.
Hello.
That's funny.
So anyway, he sits down. I figure he's typing up my papers to come back.
Okay, now, when you said G1000, no wonder I didn't recognize it. I wasn't thinking of it in these aircraft.
I was landing it.
Yeah, they made 4 or 5 of them.
But I was landing with a little power, but I was landing too much power.
What serial number is this?
This is one of the last ones out of Martinsburg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I know that I
the
knew
serial number.
that's under the tail on your side. Okay, number 49. That was one of the very last ones then. Yeah, 249, but that's serial number 49 out of Martinsburg. They started with 10.2.
Oh, really?
And the ones in Mississippi started with 10.1. And
I'm still in. And one of the planes, I do. I pick one favorite one, but occasionally the maintenance.
or no, excuse me, zero. Yeah, because they did 173 of them down there. And I knew that they did just around 50, maybe 51 or 52 out of Martinsburg.
After this, they were building a non-G1000 plane on the line after this one, and I didn't see too much else. And then maybe they shipped one or two more planes at 2006. I picked this up at the end of 2005.
Uh-huh.
Right Rudder's my grandson. And
I'll say this is a fairly trouble-free plane.
What was the price on this with that panel? 275. Now, is this the only one they painted with the stars? And
No, you could order that. That was like a $500 off.
oh, okay.
No, we have two of these at our field.
Huh.
No, I think they probably did five or eight. December 20th, 2005.
2005.
Let me know if you have that tape. I'm gonna stick it on. I'm looking for it, and I can't. I think it may be.
If you have it, I'd be happy to pay you for it. It'll just help me know what's
I'm
going
gonna
on.
I'm gonna disassemble this bag when I go back to the hotel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look for it. Actually,
Yeah, I need to. If you had it, I was going to do it on number 3 and 4.
I'm pretty sure. I
The temperature tape?
Yeah,
Yeah, look at the panel.
for real.
I know, I was looking at it.
Well-
And that's why you need the extra battery, right?
Yes, in order to be certified.
Really?
Oh, no, you can't certify a glass panel without two batteries.
Really? I don't know. I'm pre-90s. I have enough trouble working.
Okay, we have a kind of a face-off for territory between a couple of tomcats here, I think. We got a cheetah and a tiger nose to nose, both of them with sharp teeth. Tiger looks like he's a little madder. The cheetah kind of smiling. He's kind of grinning like, or the tiger's kind of grinning. Yeah, the cheetah's the one that's got the attitude. Oh yeah. I like those toenails on the tiger's wheel pants.